Yeah, it has been. Clearly it showed in my running a meeting.
It's okay.
I'm like, watch another meeting.
Peggy and I helped you out.
Yes, you guys did.
We're like, aye. She's like, oh yeah, we got to vote. Yep. We'll just keep it consistent.
I didn't see that comment. I'm glad I didn't because
I don't know what it was on. Now somebody was griping about the fire hall too. The old one.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
No, he's not feeling good. I wasn't either earlier today. Oh, him and I were texting this afternoon. So you're saying this one's going to be a record?
All right, it is 6:30. We will call the Monday, August 28th, 2023 City and Mayor City Council meeting to order. If we could please start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wonderful, thank you. Anything from the consent or the regular agenda? So I'll offer up two changes to that. Our city administrator had to go home sick today, so with that, we would like to table items 8 and 9 for next meeting's discussion. So with that, I'll look for a motion to approve the agenda with the changes to table item 8 and 9.
Motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. With that, we'll move to public comments. If there is anyone who would like to discuss anything that is not on the agenda, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll close public comments. Move to consent. Is there anything on the consent agenda that needs to be pulled for further discussion? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. That will take us to city council reports. Councilmember Wagner, anything to report on?
I have nothing.
Councilmember Ely.
Nothing.
Councilmember McNeely.
Nothing.
Councilmember Helt.
Nothing.
And I have, we did have a meeting, and Nick had mentioned that in his update last Friday with a potential developer. They still don't want a lot of out in public information right now as they're kind of working through some of their plan. It was just a high-level preliminary meet and greet meeting. If you have any other questions on it, feel free to reach out to me or Nick individually, and we can give some background on it. So with that, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. So with that, we will jump right into the work session. Let me pull up his. We will call the workshop to order, and we will also be tabling item 2, the 2024 budget update, since the city administrator is out today, which will take us to the discussion on the cannabis in public places and smoking in parks discussion. So has everyone read his ordinance proposals? I know we talked about it at the last workshop about kind of had a strategy going forward with the new cannabis laws, but then we brought up maybe smoking in the parks. Do we want to look at that just in general? As this is a good time as it got brought up, just to make it a little more stringent around our parks. So any thoughts on that? Any direction we could transfer over to the city administrator?
Follow the same rules as the cannabis.
I think so too. I like the idea of going a little more stringent into the parks area. For me though, I don't know if I would want to include parking lots
Right.
and in cars. And one of the main reasons, and we talked about that last meeting, was people renting out the community center can't smoke the building. They'll typically go out in the parking lot and smoke. I have no problem in the green spaces, where the parks are geared a lot towards kids, and that's where they're playing. I don't think we should be smoking anything, be it e-cigarettes, cigarettes, or cannabis. In that area is kind of my thoughts on it. Other thoughts,
would agree.
discussion?
No, I think I agree with that.
Anyone from the audience, any opinions on?
I mean, right, we kind of talked about putting it in place with smoking, cigarettes, and alcohol, right?
Yeah.
So again, you
Yeah.
think about a bar, they go outside to smoke a cigarette. Should we really tell them they can't smoke cannabis in the parking? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
but do you want them smoking it on the sidewalk? Out in front of a bar? I mean, they smoke cigarettes out there, like,
Yeah. I mean, if they can legally, so I don't have a problem with that. Personally, wherever I think they can smoke now, they can't now. And because all this discussion, we realized even smoking cigarettes isn't prohibited in our park. So that's where some of this, do we want to make it stringent now? Because now seems to be a good time for that. So
yeah.
like I said, I personally think around in the play area, in the playgrounds, or in the parks themselves, we shouldn't allow any kind of smoking personally. And then we can have more discussion on cannabis and some of that in other areas if we feel we need to. But I think for now, Nick was looking more from the parks from our discussion
Right.
from last, getting a little more information.
Yeah, I think for right now, because it's so new, just kind of making that limit now, and we can make adjustments on the go forward if we feel we need to, but
Right.
we just want to have some control over this because we don't know what this looks like.
Yep. And kids playing on the playground shouldn't be exposed to
No.
secondhand smoke. And like I said, parking lot, I mean, people can smoke in the Target parking lot or McDonald's parking lot when kids are walking by, so that's just up to their parents to redirect, but I think we have some.
Right.
All right, any other thoughts on that?
I think that's a good start.
Yep.
All right, and you'll be able to pass on to Nick some of the information and myself, and he can obviously watch it too, so.
They did mention that maybe have a little bit of discussion between the smoking and the edible. If there was any
Well, our parks already say no alcohol, correct?
correct.
So that would then fall into the edibles as a mind altering. So that falls into the
Intoxicating.
drinking part of things. So I think we're covered from that aspect of it. And we can have more discussion later at the next council meeting if need be. But I thought we were kind of in agreement with that. If there was already no alcohol or no smoking, any one of those two would eliminate any of the cannabis or edible use.
Yeah, I think the edible is much more challenging to,
Prevent,
yeah, I mean,
spot, anything.
right, like I could stick it in my mouth right now and it looked like a piece of gum. I mean,
There's not a lot.
so, I mean, I don't know how, even like in this building, how you prevent
Yeah, there's not a
somebody
lot that
from,
put
But to cover our behinds.
Yeah.
It's in the
on the
rules.
policies, the ordinances in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, you can't.
No.
Or a drink with THC in it,
Mhm.
and you don't, people wouldn't know what's
No,
in there.
you wouldn't know.
right,
But I think to Chad's point, at least some we're covered.
Yeah.
From that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're covering it like public drinking, intoxication, mind altering, they're all the same.
It'll catch some of the worst case things, I believe, but yeah, day to day, I don't think that'll.
Yeah.
Much of a difference. All right, anything more on that? Hearing none, then we will close the workshop.
Holy Toledo.
Call it a day.
All right.
Wonderful. We are adjourned.
Nice.
Good luck writing 2 paragraphs with
Thanks for coming.
Just say cannabis like 300 times.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for being so welcoming. I was super nervous.